Right, we're back. It's a Manchester United v Liverpool reaction. Straight into it. We were doing it for the TikTok live. I've decided to jump back onto the YouTube. I'm going to keep the YouTube video. Some of you are going to have to keep this. We'll keep the live going, but the YouTube has to be 15 minutes today. That's what I'm aiming for. So this first 15 minutes you're getting is pure YouTube content. Go over to the YouTube as well. We might even cut it off if it's too good content because you can't just get it for free, mate. Yeah. I'm trying to get you over. I've got 36,000 followers here on TikTok. No one believes me. Just click on the bloody account. You'll see that 36,000 followers there. If you haven't been seeing the videos on the For You page over the last 6 months or a few months, I've been told by a few of my friends, not just my students, that the videos don't be popping up. I have been uploading nearly every single day, so if you are missing them, just click on the page and you'll see all the videos there. Right, into it. Amad Diallo, the goal, the winner, the brother.
Yeah, the Muslim brother.
With the rosa, and my theory is that he meant to get that red card so he could open his rosa on time, in peace.
Wicked game, but yeah, like I said, on the last goal, obviously starting off from the beginning of the game.
Okay, you want to go there then?
We'll start off how it started, everything, but atmosphere was crazy. It had to be.
Okay.
Going into this game, we knew it's our biggest game of the season because let's be honest, top four is a bit of a stretch. We are about 8 points off. So we knew FA Cup, we had to win this.
To be fair, going into the game, you knew that Villa dropped and Spurs dropped. So it was a bit of a boost. Psychological boost.
So things were coming into play, but going into this game, we knew obviously for us, we had to win it.
Was it really Eric Ten Hag's most key game of the season? Was it the game that saves his job? Was it the Fergie style that changes everything for him?
I think so, because personally, I think myself, if Ten Hag loses in the FA, doesn't win the FA Cup or doesn't make top four, I don't think he stays on. Personally, okay. I do want him to stay on. Obviously, that's a different topic.
We're going to go into it. Don't worry, Rehan. We're going on to it.
I feel as in he has to win the FA Cup or he has to make top four, one or the other.
His starting 11, what did you think?
Starting 11, obviously, I was a bit worried. We saw the night before Casemiro got injured.
Yep.
So I was worried, obviously, we didn't have a full strength. Good to have Wan-Bissaka back, so we could play, obviously, Dalot and him on full
You know what? I rated that decision of playing him at left back, 100%. Obviously, to nullify Mohamed Salah. Is what Wan-Bissaka has got in his locker. He's 100%. Done it to plenty of players, and Salah's been added to the list.
Yeah, and I feel like, I know Salah scored. A jammy goal.
It was, yeah, no.
But I felt most of the game he had Salah on lockdown. But like I said, yeah, 1-0 up, crazy start. I think first 30 minutes, obviously you were probably watching the game, we were all over.
Yeah, watch the full game,
We were high press, everything. We had them in their own half. They didn't really have any attacks. Then, obviously, eventually, we sat back, and this is always the problem with us. Sit back.
Is that a fitness problem? Is that a coaching problem? What's going on here?
I think, but no, in general, obviously, when you are pressing, you're not going to be pressing 45 minutes high up, attack, dominating the game. So you are going to have that moment where you sit back, get in your compact shape and defend. But this is where the problem is. We don't defend as a team properly. We leave gaps open.
Massive gaps, yeah.
When you've seen Liverpool inside the box, passing around, getting time on the ball, taking a touch, shooting when it shouldn't be.
How does that get immediate then? Because it's going to stay there. You've conceded the second most shots in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, I think it's Sheffield that's got the most, and then we're second last. So that's absolutely disgusting start. To hear from United fan. But I think it's just basics, man. Just getting tight here, man. Getting closer. It's just because I was looking at Liverpool when they were defending the second half. At the end when we scored the Anthony equaliser. You're seeing every single play. They were in front, blocking every shot, blocking every tackle. But like I said, then they've scored 2 goals before half time, which I didn't think that they deserved. They were jammy goals, 2 deflections. And then half time went. Second half going on. Liverpool, I think they did perfect game plan. People have been criticising Klopp, and I think they were playing the perfect game, killing the crowd, passing around. Yeah, they missed the chances, but I feel like, in City, when they keep the ball, just kill the crowd, kill the tempo.
From 45 to 80 minutes,
we couldn't get anywhere near the ball.
I felt like this was a training match. I felt like 100%. It wasn't 2-1. I felt like Liverpool maybe switched off in that moment because. Wow,
you felt in too control.
Way too much control. It was too laid back for Manchester United. I thought, what's going on? They're giving this game up way too easily here, right? And then all of a sudden, the goal came and it changed everything.
Bro, the whole stadium changed.
I'll
be honest with you, we were there, and while they were passing it around for the half an hour, so I'll be honest with you, even the fans, they were like, oh, bloody, it's a matter of time now before they scored, because they had a lot of chances as well.
They did, man.
They should have killed those 3-1-4 when it could have been 5-1 with the chances they had. And even in the crowd, you could sense it all around the stadium, the huffs and puffs, like, oh, bloody hell, it's gone now. They're not turning up anything. But once the goal happened, literally the game just turned on its head. Anthony, first of all, Liverpool fans, how the hell have you let Anthony score his second goal of the season? The first one was against Newport, so that don't even count. Yeah, he scored and on his right foot.
Unbelievable.
Bro, he hadn't even got a right foot.
Listen, man, I've been saying one thing, all season, since this guy's just flopped anyway.
Yeah.
I said he needs to play at left back. The boys will back me up, who are in my football group, if they're on the live, Rod, any of you lot, I'm always saying this guy should be our left back. If Ray's on the live or Ussi's on the live, they'll tell you as well, right? Always saying that this guy, this geezer needs to be playing at left back because his defensive work rate is second to none, and that's all he's good at. He can't take a player on. I've never seen a winger, a supposed attacking winger, right, not dribble past anyone. Every game, he's got that stupid showboating trick that he does like this, right? He gets himself dizzy. He makes all the fans dizzy watching him do it, right? And he stays in the same place, right? Me personally, I've given up on the guy. I don't think this is his redemption arc. He's not this unstoppable guy. Obviously, Ten Hag has to back him when I get it.
His money,
and saying that, right, I can understand why a lot of the fans have been backing Ten Hag up until now.
Yeah.
Looking past some of his mistakes as well that he's made. And I still think the biggest mistake he's making is when he's setting up the team, he's leaving Kobe Mainu way too exposed. 100%. That guy, right, is, for me, is on the way to becoming world class.
He's sensational, 100%. Bro. That guy is unbelievable. Generational talent. I know that name gets turned around.
No, the guy 100%. Stepped in at Anfield, St. James Park, Goodison in his first 3 out of 4 games, right? He's been scoring goals, the goal against Wolves. He's dancing away from these Liverpool players. He's not fazed by it. But you know what I don't like is that I'm seeing him every 5 minutes, Rehan, right? He's looking over his shoulder thinking, do I run, do I not run? Yeah. And then he's having to make a last-ditch slide tackle.
100%.
If you had Casemiro or Fred there, just sat there, Casemiro's legs have gone.
Yeah.
Mason Mount's not trustworthy, right? And this is what I'm getting at. People might say I'm hating here, right? That's why I was saying that yesterday, all right, I give credit for the victory and I give credit for Erik Ten Hag for throwing caution to the wind. You know, he put Bruno back into centre back because he couldn't walk in it, so he knew, all right, put him back in, at least he's got a pass still on him. Yeah. Put Maguire up front, he can, win the headers and whatnot.
Old school football, innit?
It's old school football, but he took the risk and he had only 2 defenders on the pitch, and I rate him for that, Ryan, but he's not unsustainable this style of football. No, because look, from 45 to 80, any other team in any other game, they would have probably put one chance away, and if a chance goes away, it's 3-1, and at 3-1, the game's over, and they're going to continue passing it till 90 because then the energy is up now.
Gone, everything energy is gone.
However, Manchester United are a team of individuals. They play off individual moments. That needs to stop.
100%.
Now, when I mentioned the point, I want to go back to it. Brother Amad Diallo got his chance. I've been a big fan of this guy when he went to Rangers and at Sunderland. He won Player of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, at Sunderland last season. Yeah. See, I'm not just a guy at United here that people think. Honestly, right? Obviously, I know
football. You know your football.
And Amad obviously joined from Atalanta, so I knew about him. Italian football, 37 million that he joined. Finally getting his chance. I think he deserves more of a chance because he seems like not the out-and-out winger that you get. He seems like, you know what, this guy could play maybe in the inside right space or even in central midfield,
Just to stop you there, even last season, if you look back where he played most of his position, I know he plays out wide, but he was playing centrally in the camp, even for Sunderland.
There you go.
A lot of his games, if you look back, all of his playmaking, creating chances, final third, all from the central areas.
And you know what, that central area for Manchester right now is a mess. Casemiro's legs have gone. The 4 words that any central defensive midfielder hates to hear. His legs have gone. Yeah. Casemiro's legs have gone. I'm not starting with Casemiro. Yeah, I don't want to go down that route no more. Last season,
He gave us the 1 year.
You got 1 year out of him, right? And my big point last season was that anyone could play in his role for Real Madrid, right behind Modric and Kroos. I don't know. I'll say it again. Yeah, the main point I said was Rodri could replace Casemiro in the 3P team and they'd still win the 3P. Yeah. I do believe that. I'm not saying Casemiro shit, don't get me wrong, because he proved last year he's got levels to him. However, they bought him for 80 million, past the age of 30.
Signing. Absolute stupid.
Don Perez was ripping the hand off.
He does it, man. He loves it. And watch Varane as well. Look at that. They got rid of Varane, bought in Rudiger, bought in Alaba. And we thought, we smashed it with Varane. Don't get me wrong, Varane's been unbelievable. He's been good. But when you say someone like Casemiro spending 80 million on him, don't get me wrong, at the time, obviously, you know what fans are like, United fans. You're all over, you're buzzing, obviously, we finally got to see him. I mean, to be honest, we were suffering with McTominay, Fred, for the last 3 years.
What do you make of McTominay right now?
I'll be honest with you, man, he's one of them. He's getting his goals, but for me, goals don't, that's not his job. For me, where I want to see him is in that midfield. And on the ball, I've seen him loads of time. I'm not hating on McTominay. He's one of our own and everything. I'm not going to lie to you, but I've seen him shy away from the ball loads of times. Simple passes through balls. Obviously, when you're at the game, you see it, man.
There's one in the first after Rasmus Højlund.
And then he started giving him as well.
Yeah. So you know what you're talking about.
Højlund making inside run, he's going to play it on the outside.
I was watching that thinking, that's the basic pass, man.
His basic football, if anything, I mean, someone like Roy Keane, I'm not trying to say obviously be a Roy Keane, but Roy Keane, man, what was he best at? Just basics. Playing it off the ball, playing it off the Scholes, playing it off the Beckham.
Making a run, getting into the box, and McTominay's good at that anyway.
And then off the ball, McTominay, he gave it everything yesterday. I'm not going to say that. He gave a lot off the ball.
There's a common excuse here, Ryan. Yeah. That, when sometimes when he does play them players, the players have given up on him or they've thrown him under the bus, the coach. Especially we've seen it under Oli, we've seen it under Jose, and we've heard it under Eric Ten Hag a few times. Oh, look at Rashford, like the clip of him not closing down Barkley was going viral.
Walking past him.
Walking past him. Anyway, we've seen the gaps in midfield, and a lot of people will say, look, he's told the team to play a certain way. The team are not reciprocating to his instructions. And what I want to ask is, he's seen this guy in training every day. If us as fans can now take away this from the analysis of what we're watching on a weekly basis.
What is he seeing on the training ground?
What is he seeing that is giving him that confidence to play him on the pitch? So whose fault does it become then, Rehan? And look, I promise you, I know everything I say is going to sound like I'm hating on Eric Ten Hag, and I take it back to him, but I did warn you that today's going to be me and you going in on Ten Hag, and look, I want to talk about it with the United fan, right? Does that fall back now onto the coach ultimately? Like, can the fans stop using it and saying the players are throwing him under the bus? Because he knows if I play Rashford in the number 9 role, Rashford's going to give me this.
Sulking, innit?
So why playing there, man? Maybe try Garnacho. Do you know Alejandro Garnacho, I've loved him from day one, 100%,
right?
So
100%.
It's not me jumping on the bandwagon. This guy, wherever he plays, because he just wants to prove that I'm the man.
That's what it is. As long as you're on that pitch, he said, I'm giving everything. And he does. You see it when he plays, you track him back. Yesterday, apparently, his brother tweeted, hamstring. 2 days before, he had a hamstring injury, he been training. And you see him 120th minute.
He's the one that got the assist?
Flying forward as well, after the goal as well. He's running down, taking it to the corner flag. Absolute energy.
And you know what I loved about the assist? A lot of, like Shobag gives me like, he might be in the live, Shobag might be a bearded monks. Shob might be in the live. He always says, you give Garnacho too much love and you don't know how to cross and you don't know when to pass. You know what, in the vital moment, in 120th minute, with their blood's rushing and all the fans are
knackered, legs are gone, everything.
He just played a bit behind him, but it was simple, like we said. And
but he didn't know, but what he did well was take it right to the box.
So
all he needs from Diallo is one touch, bang.
Good feint from I had after
had Bradley on skates.
He did have Bradley on skates, Conor Bradley. So what do you make of Liverpool? What did you make of them? Is there going to be a psychological blow for their title?
I was saying this as well. I was speaking to some Liverpool fans yesterday. I had no energy to even rub it in, bro. The game was drowning. I was done as it is. But I said it to them, Premier League is going to be a different game. Complete different game. Cup games, you know what they like. They like tennis match, man, basketball, end to end. And that's what it was yesterday. But Premier League's a different game. I think it's going to be a different game. You're not going to see flipping massive spaces in midfield and stuff like that. It's going to be a much tighter game. Obviously, as the United fan, I'm going to say I'm confident we can win after watching that yesterday.
Okay.
Obviously, you've got some plus. I mean, Leach is going to be back. He's going to be back after international break.
For me, that's the biggest plus. Now that you mentioned it, right? Lisandro Martinez is the reason Eric Ten Hag has a job in the summer.
100%. I think he's vital to getting top 4, to winning the...
However, they need to change it in the summer, and he needs to have a word with them players. And if he's the manager and say, listen, you need to step up now, because he could get injured again. We can't keep just going back to...
But this is the thing, though. This is where I have sympathy for Ten Hag, and I back him still, and I feel like he still needs... This is where, obviously, we have our debates.
We're going to go for it now.
But this is where I have sympathy for him, and I feel for him. Why? Because I'm not saying, obviously, we're going to have what Pep Guardiola has, but look, for example, Akanji gets injured, or Ruben Diaz gets injured. There's Stones there. There's Guardiola there. He's got loads of options, not just like...
But you know, Rehan, right?
You don't see Richard Dunn coming back like the way Johnny Evans is. Do you know what I mean?
Whose fault was that, though?
But this is what I'm saying. But I feel like the board haven't backed him. He wanted Todibo.
Okay,
everyone knows.
The board have backed him. Andre Onana.
No, as in the board haven't. He wanted Frankie de Jong. Let's go before in his first
season. Frankie. Oh, he did get Frankie, but they gave him Casemiro.
But did he really, let's be honest, Ten Hag style of play you've seen in
100%, I agree with that one.
Casemiro not the best ball player.
Anthony was his.
Anthony, that's
he fought tooth and nail for him.
But this is what I'm saying. This is where I'm like, oh, bloody, I have sympathy for him that I don't have sympathy.
That's what I mean. So Mason Mount was his
That was the worst signing I think we ever had. Bro, the guy hasn't played one full game, 90 minutes, and he cost, what, 70 million?
Yeah.
And
he's up there.